Hey everyone, I'm your astrologer Brittany with Horoscope.com. Here are 3 things you need to know in order to make today, Saturday, February 2nd, 2019, a success. Now the first thing I want to talk about today is going to be right here where the moon is in Capricorn. Now when the moon's in Capricorn, it brings our attention to usually the big picture stuff about the direction of our life, where our life is going, maybe as well to our career, to some big responsibilities it is that we may have in life. It's also important to note that the moon does not like to be in Capricorn, and the reason for that is because sometimes we have so many other big responsibilities weighing on us that it's hard for us to pay attention to our emotions and do the things that it is that we need to feel nurtured. So that's where we are today. Even though the moon may not like being in Capricorn, I do, however, think that what's going on early this morning can be positive. That's because very, very early this morning, perhaps while many of us are sleeping, this moon in Capricorn is going to be making a sextile over here to Neptune in Pisces. That to me means if we can maybe put some of our own emotional sensitivities behind us and focus on the work at hand, the responsibility that we need to do that actually is going to be the thing that's going to make us feel better today, going to help us to overcome the past and to move forward finding more peace. So I do like that a lot. The next alignment that's going to happen is going to be a few hours later, perhaps still while many of us are sleeping. The moon is going to move further through Capricorn and make a conjunction here with Saturn. This chart is for a few hours after all this stuff occurs. But the moon's going to make a conjunction with Saturn. That again can bring some feelings of restriction, feelings of hard work that are needed. But again, I think sometimes this hard work might actually be useful today to help us feel better and move forward. Okay, the next alignment that's going to happen after this is going to be right after lunchtime. Right after lunchtime, again, the moon's going to move further through Capricorn and make a conjunction with Pluto about where you see it in this chart. Now that can bring up some more scary or intense feelings that could start to come towards the afternoon. To me, the moon in a conjunction with Pluto can bring up, some strong feelings. Usually with Pluto, can bring up some worries, some fears, some insecurities at times as well that you may just need to get a handle on. If you can get a handle on those things, however, the moon in a conjunction with Pluto can help you start to feel a little bit more powerful, perhaps, than you would on other days. At the same time, or a few hours after, right before dinner time, that the moon makes this conjunction with Pluto, it's then going to come over here and make a square with Mars and Aries. This can also bring up a lot of feelings that can be a little bit agitating. The moon is in a bit of a harder spot now towards lunchtime and through dinner that we could have here. Sometimes the moon in a square with Mars can bring up arguments, disagreements, internal frustrations, emotional frustrations about where your life is going, what you need to do, and how you are going to get there. And really just needing today to calm your worries, to calm your fears, and to do the work that it is that you need to do, even if it seems hard, because I think if you can do that, you're actually going to get some really beautiful results and end up feeling fine if you do the work that needs to be done, even if you're feeling restricted. So that's the first thing that I want to talk about today. Now the second thing I want to look at, let's see, maybe I'll go here to where Venus is. Venus today is coming into the 29th degree of Sagittarius. The 29th degree is an important degree because it marks the transition from one sign to another. 29 degrees then presents that planet at that degree with a challenge. Are you going to stay stuck in the old ways, or are you going to move forward into the new sign that is about to come? And because of that, it can sometimes bring a lot of, I don't know if I want to say choices, but can definitely bring a lot of attention to the area. With Venus here being the planet at the 29th degree, this is going to have a lot to do with relationships and money. In Sagittarius, it could be about new sources of money, new relationships coming into your life. With the Venus here in a trine to Uranus and in a square to Chiron, we could be trying to make sure last minute that we have all the people that we need, all the money worked out in the right ways, so that we can, when Venus moves into Capricorn, start to be a little bit more disciplined and strategic and think a little bit more long-term with those new things that have come into our life. Okay, so that's the second thing that I want to mention here. Venus and Sagittarius. Focus on for the last time or two, cultivating a new relationship or a new money source, even if it's unexpected, and unexpected things could come up as a result of that, so that tomorrow and in the next few days, you can start to work towards those relationships and creating a life or a future off of them. Now, the third and last thing I want to mention, I'm going to go back to this Mars square Pluto that the moon was making earlier today. Here's Mars, here's Pluto. What this can bring again are frustrations that could come up, very scary feelings, intense feelings. We could be trying to force things or to push things today and in the past few days right around this time. And I think, again, don't push things. Be patient here. This is not about doing things the old way that you used to do them. This is about doing things in the new way that are a little bit different than something you've ever done before, and needing to not be afraid if that's the case. If you're feeling frustrated, it's because old, outdated people, relationships, ways of doing things will not work anymore, and you need to go into the new. And if you trust and have faith that that things are going ahead just according to plan, and if you're trying to get those new relationships on board that you need, that are exciting to you, that you're passionate about, and if you do that in a way that's more understanding of your subconscious habits and patterns and of the subconscious habits and patterns of others, I think that will make today go a lot more smoothly and feel a lot less intense as perhaps it could be otherwise. So that is your daily planetary forecast for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow.